No. That wasn't what you said. Greatest of all time. His name is greatest of all time. But for those who don't know him very well, what did you call him? Okay, so let's do another test. Who knows his original? Oh God, these people. Please let me clap for the people on this side. He's a boxer. He's the greatest of all time. Who attempted to challenge that title of Muhammad Ali as being the greatest boxer of all time? Only one person tried it. Joe Fraser. No, I'm saying subsequently, who has had that kind of record? Tyson, Michael Tyson. Yes. No. I'm not trying to goat. All of us know that, but Messi is our brother. I'm talking about boxing, and that is Mike Tyson. Iron Mike. Oh God, there are people here that study history. There are people who have been around for a while. All of you that are just coming up, please read up, because you can't become what they were if you don't know what they were. And the truth is, there's nothing new under the sun. Everything we are trying to do now, somebody has done before. So I just found out that there is no better way to teach you the story of affirmations than talking about this guy. This is an affirmations person. He is called the greatest of all time. But guess what? He's called the greatest of all time by all of us now. He's dead. He's been dead for 9 years. We are still calling him the greatest of all time. The first person to ever call him the greatest of all time was himself. He started his boxing career in 1960. And in 1963, listen, he released an album, not music, talking album, in which he called himself the greatest of all time. He was nominated as the greatest sportsman of the century in 1999. The first time he called himself the greatest was 1963. The whole world aligned with what he called himself in 1999. Have we not finished teaching affirmation? That is a man who affirmed himself so much that he's not. This one we're about to learn is how to affirm ourselves on paper every morning in our bedroom. Uncle Muhammad Ali was affirming himself everywhere. If you put a camera in front of his face, the first thing that will come out of his mouth is affirmation. Always affirmations. When he looks like he's not what he said he is, his response is still what he said he is. So he had a total of about 60-something, 61 boxing matches, out of which he won 50-something. He had only 5 losses on record in his entire boxing career. So does it mean that when he's affirming himself to be the greatest of all time, he won't have losses? No. But it means that he continues to affirm himself until he comes back. Now, of all those 55 wins that he had, 37 were knockouts, meaning, he's gone. And that's why Mike Tyson just tried. You cannot be like the greatest of all time. So why is it that he could get 37? 37 knockouts means, the way you get into the boxing, they rush you, and they rush you, as they literally rush you out on the stretcher. So why was he able to achieve that? We want to watch a quick video. And we will enjoy small music today too. That's him in front of the camera. That's another time. So this song was released it was sung by R. Kelly. It was released as the soundtrack to the movie of his biography. I think that was 2001. He died in 2016. But I want us to read the lyrics. Some of us know it. Sweet in the country, I'm a river, down in the valley. Oh, I am a vision, and I can see clearly. Anybody ask you who I am? Stand up tall, looking in the face and say, I'm a star up in the sky. I'm the mountain peak up high. Hey, I made it. I'm the world's greatest. I'm that little bit of hope. When my back's against the ropes, I can feel it. I'm the world's greatest. Sorry, everything they called him is what he told them he was. So somebody sang the lyrics of his declarations, his affirmations of 1963. I am an eagle, oh, I am a lion, down in the jungle. I am a mountain, I am a eagle, oh, I am a helmet, I am a hero. Anybody ask you who I am? Stand up tall, face and say, I'm that star in the sky, I'm that mountain peak of high. I'm that little bit of hope. When my back's against the ropes, I can feel it. He can feel it, so that's what we are learning this morning. And the world will notice a king. Where there's darkness, I will shine light. And the rhythm of success will be our key. I'm the world's greatest. I'm that little bit of hope. When my back's against the road, I'm the world's greatest. I'm that shot up in the sky. I got mountain peak up high. Hey, I'm the world's greatest. I'm that little bit of hope. When my back's against the ropes, I can feel it. I'm the world's greatest. See the way my people are enjoying music. Against the road, I feel it. I'm the world's greatest. He's the greatest. Can you feel it? He's the greatest. Can you feel it? He's the greatest. Yeah. That's all. That's the end of the song. That's the end of the song. So I hope you enjoyed our video show. Thank you. So today we want to dive into what affirmations are, their benefits, how to create them, and practical tips for implementing them into our daily routine. It is important to share a story of a world icon so that you would understand that we are not trying to create something that does not exist. We are just saying that we are studying the people that have gone ahead, that have used it, that it worked for. And we are trying to see how can we learn from their story, how to make our story like their own. So this is a man that sat down with himself. Check Google, famous quotes from Muhammad Ali. Now, what you might not have noticed was that the man sat down with his career and identified the qualities he needed to have to be a successful boxer. Floating like a butterfly means he moves so fast and effortlessly that his opponent cannot catch him. Sting like a bee is the meaning of 37 knockouts. That means that when you think he's punching you, that punch is lethal. It stings you. It knocks you out. So he picked out the elements of boxing. He addressed movement. He addressed his punches. And he said it so much that his enemies heard before they entered the ring. I don't know if you noticed in one of the videos. He said Fraser can't hit what he can't see. He's even helping his enemy to confess what will happen to him. And sometimes we feel like it's just about us. I will still get to a portion where I would explain that it can also be about other people, the people in your life and the kind of results you want to have from them. Because he said Fraser cannot hit what he can't see. He thinks he sees me, but he won't. He cooked himself in his bedroom before he came out. And when I was listening to his story, I remembered that the Yorubas say, "Akpemora enini temidiri." And so, as a matter of fact, what you call yourself is the most important thing that would ever happen to you. That man was born Cassius Marcellus Clay. But at some point, he changed his name because he wanted to call himself something he understood better. Because all those Oyinbo names, they didn't have meaning to him. He actually specifically said that they gave their slaves name. I don't want. Let me look for a name that suits me. And many of us bear the names our parents give us. You might need to rename yourself because the name might not be working for you. For the Christians, they've heard the story of Jabez. The man sat down and rewrote his destiny because the name was beginning to give him different things. Do you know why that is important? Because what name you bear is what they call you. What they call you is what you hear. What you hear is what you produce. There's a concept in psychology, I don't know if we have any psychologists here, called a self-fulfilling prophecy. A self-fulfilling prophecy is just that the more they say it, the more it will be. And that's why you don't hear things. I was in Lagos yesterday and I heard this example. When our elderly parents want to abuse their children, they go Omo Olorire. Because they know that if they say Olori Buruku, if you say it long enough, Omo Ema do Olori Buruku, Mo yin lowo. And the truth is, watch the people that say, Iwo Omo Ole, you this stealing boy. Yeah, you steal too much. From ordinary eraser and pencil, the boy will steal. And it will steal bigger things that will get you, the mother, into trouble. How does this happen? The more you hear, the more you produce. And it is what you hear the most that you will produce. So why do we need to study affirmations? I hope you know that the person that talks to you the most in the world is you. There is nobody you talk to more than you talk to yourself. You might not open your mouth, but we learn meditation because we don't know how to stop talking. As in, you are permanently talking to yourself. And I'll now go there. No, we will eat this tomorrow. No, it's plantain I want to buy in the market. Red shoe is what I need. You are a chatterbox. And you are permanently talking to yourself. So what are affirmations? They are the statements that when we repeat it to ourselves, it changes the way we think. The whole point of studying affirmations is to learn how to change what we are saying to ourselves, to learn how to change what we hear the most, so that we will produce what we want to produce. Some people don't like all this talk about affirmations, talk about the feeling in the secret and all, because it sounds like, small witchcraft. But you see, learning how to use affirmations is you becoming the Lord of your life. You decide what you want to see, and you begin to craft what you want to see by deciding what you will hear about yourself. So the purpose is to reprogram your subconscious mind, the permanently awake and permanently working part of you, so that you will produce positive thoughts, positive attitudes, positive behaviors that will lead to your growth, improvement, and empowerment. Thoughts become things. What you think about yourself is what you will produce. It is called the Galatia effect. We discussed it when we were discussing delegation. You'll be surprised 2 years ago in April. And as I said, it's a school. If you have missed some classes, God will help you catch up. I don't know if we'll deal with delegation again. We have not done that topic in 2 years. But the Galatia effect simply says, it's an effect in psychology as well. It simply says that you will perform to the extent that you believe in yourself. What determines what you believe in yourself, what you believe of yourself, is what you hear more often. The people that tell you they are afraid of heights. I hope you know that all children are born blank. Blank. You are the one that programs them with whatever they know. So there's something they call it in medicine, I can't remember. But when you were born, we had to tabula rasa. They program everything you know today, you were programmed. Somebody consciously or unconsciously taught you what you are saying about yourself. You don't know your name. But when everybody calls you that name often enough, when they ask you what's your name, they call me, you know what they call you. And then you respond to that word when you hear it. Check with babies. You start checking when they recognize their name. Not that you ever told them your name is, no, but you call them that name so much that when you call that name, the baby responds. That's how it works. It's simple. So it's programming. So you decide by yourself that the programming I want to put in myself, because of what I want to see, is going to be this. That is the process of affirmations. So what's the science behind it? I know there are some doctors in the room. Maybe they will be explaining to us neuroplasticity. But I already started off by explaining that everybody is born blank. It's programming of what you hear over and over again that determines what you will do. And that is the principle behind people that change. I think about this a lot of times. My children, they will be doing homework. They will say 5 times 5. Are we thinking about it? 5 times 5. 5 times 9. Why are you not thinking about it? Why are you not bringing a calculator? You have programmed it for at least minimum of 3 years. Every morning, 1 times 1, 2 times 1. You do it for a minimum of 3 years in primary school. Why don't you need to think about it before you know 10? I use 5 because 5 and 10, that was we did not even, that was, the most difficult one is 13. Why? Because they stop programming at 12. So if they ask you 13, you will bring a calculator. Because they stopped your programming at 12. As a matter of fact, I don't know beyond 13 times 3. And because the minute you do past 13 times 3, you'll be carrying 1. I'm not carrying anything. The one that does not need carrying, I know it. It is how we were programmed. They didn't even consult us. They programmed us like that. And the beautiful thing is the people that did not receive the programming, I hope you know that there's adult education. Why is there adult education? Because you can still program them today. The self-development books we learn from, the ones we read, they've taught us that you can form a habit in 21 days. That means you can reprogram yourself to do a certain thing. After 21 days, you will do it automatically. In my church in November, December, we did fasting and prayer for 40 days. We woke up to pray at 4:30. In January, at 3:30, I sent message, who is awake? All of them are answering me. Why? Because they woke up at 4:30 for 40 days. They will continue to wake up at 4:30. It's programming. What happens? That means your brain can adjust to new information. That means if that is possible, then you can change what you have. And that is why we would always say that you might not be responsible for how you were born or where you were born or what you suffered growing up. But I tell you, inside this school that you are in this morning, you are responsible for how you turn out. Why? Because you have the capacity and the ability to reprogram yourself. If everything has been negative till now, you can change the story by reprogramming yourself. And what's the most important factor in the results you get from life is you. The same thing will happen to 10 people. They will react differently. And so their end points in life will be different. Some people will have small difficulty. Let's even take something as little as getting pregnant in secondary school. Some people will get pregnant in secondary school and that's the end of their life. Some people will still be professor. It's the day you meet them and you realize that the age of this child and the age of the mother don't match. That you realize, hello, auntie, you could not have been 16 when you had this child. I had a boss like that. The boy was a businessman. The woman was my head of department. And I'm like, something is not adding up. This boy is almost my age now. And this woman is not old enough to be my mom. You know? And so she just smiled and walked away. It is the results later that you will use to discover that something happened. But you see, that same thing truncated the destiny of some people. It is not about what happened. It's not about where you came from. We all know Dr. Abib. We all know he was not speaking English at 11. But he delivered seminars in English. Uh-huh. So how you started does not matter. What happened to you does not matter. How you deal with it is what matters. So we are giving you a tool to reprogram your brain. Now, what does affirmations actually do? It helps you activate a side of your brain that makes you think that it is possible to achieve what you're talking about. Because the more you say it, the more you believe it. The more you believe it, the more likely it is that you'll be able to bring it to pass. And I don't know about you, when I'm writing affirmations, I just find out that I'm smiling because I'm thinking about what I'm writing. And when you think about what you're writing, which is supposed to be what you want from life, automatically it just puts you in a better mood. Naturally, whether you like it or not. When your brain interprets something as something you like, it is something you will want to repeat. If, as a child, you remember how they taught us, I don't know, but me, I grew up with elderly people. When they put candle on lantern and a child is going there, they will say, File. He would do it more than once. Once you touch it and it burns you won't go back there. Uh-huh. So if you have now found pleasure in it, once you enjoy doing it, you will also keep going back there. And that is how your brain works with affirmations. When you sit down with your goals and you enjoy sitting down with your goals, you will keep sitting down with your goals. When you sit down with the picture of the future you desire and it is pleasurable to you, that is what you will keep having around you. You just like writing affirmations, you like looking at your vision board, and you guess what? Over a period of time, that is all that will fill your mind. When it is all that fills your mind, that is all you see everywhere you go. It also reduces stress and anxiety. Listening to Muhammad Ali's affirmations, all of you were dancing, and we set a mood with that music. Meanwhile, it's somebody else's affirmation that you enjoy. But it helps you relax. It removes anxiety. It makes you believe that it is possible, especially when you write affirmations the way we are going to teach you to write it today. So what are the benefits? You enjoy yourself. You like yourself when you write affirmations. Is it possible that Muhammad Ali will have self-esteem issues when he wakes up in the morning and says, good morning, the greatest has woken up? When he comes and calls himself the lion in the jungle. That when people gather, they will know that a king has come. You feel good about yourself automatically. Why do you feel bad about yourself? Because you remember the bad things people said to you about you. Check it. Well, usually when I feel dull, I start calculating. What did they say? Who did I see? There are some people that they don't have anything good to say to you. When you see them coming, you want to take the back. Because they will soon. It might be little. The women here will understand what I'm saying. The person that says they greet you with, you will not go near them again. Because automatically they make you self-conscious. So you avoid them. But when you wake up in the morning and you look in the mirror and you say, oh, beauty, how are you? You have called yourself beauty. It doesn't matter when you meet somebody that says you're not beautiful. You called yourself beautiful 20 times. That one will not delete it. I actually brought my affirmations book this morning. I have a series that starts with I am beautiful inside out. I am always adored. I am always easily forgiven. I'm always desirable. I'm always irresistible. I'm always deeply and passionately loved. I'm always appreciated. I'm always admired. I'm always respected. I'm always chosen. I'm always amazing. I'm always enough. I'm always perfect. I'm always valuable. I'm always perceived as invaluable and irreplaceable. I'm always the main priority. I am always the most admired, respected, adored, and loved. That's part one. That's what I start my morning with. So when I enter a place and somebody doesn't like me there, I'm wondering what's wrong with the person. Because, like Muhammad Ali, I've cooked myself. I've put myself, and you'll be shocked. People see you the way you see you. You actually have the power to alter how they perceive you. People with self-esteem issues, people don't like them. Because before they step out, they already feel they are not good enough. That's when you will see people look at them and say, are you sure she can do it? Because she looks like she doesn't think she can do it. And that is the power of your self-confidence, the power of your self-esteem. If it is on the floor, it will stay on the floor. Nobody will ever pick it up. The people that have tried for you, your family members, they will say, why don't you try it? They will just encourage you to improve your self-esteem. They won't change the way people perceive you. The only thing that can change the way people perceive you is the way you perceive yourself. And that's why I like those images where a cat will be standing in front of a mirror and seeing a lion. You've seen that meme before. Also, affirmations increases your motivation. You are motivated to pursue your goals if you affirm your goals every morning. The more you say it, the easier it is for you to believe. There is this affirmation that I say practically all the time. That's my sum total of my financial affirmations. I am so happy and grateful now that money comes to me in increasing quantities from multiple sources on a continual basis. So if I charge you the same thing for the service for 3 months, I start to look at myself like I said increasing quantity. So my price needs to consistently be going up. If I am, I'm a salary earner. If money doesn't come in between salaries, I think there's something wrong. Because every morning I tell myself it comes to me in increasing quantities from multiple sources. If there's 1 week in between, I begin to wonder, what happened to continual basis? I say it to myself every day. I have an expectation. And the way the principle, the Galatia effect works is what you expect is what you will get. They created these principles from studying human beings. It is a theory that has been proven to work. So, what are you expecting? You shape your expectations with your affirmations. And that is exactly what shapes your reality. There's a neuro-linguistic programming principle that says what you think determines how you act. How you act determines the result you get. Control what you think by telling your mind what you want it to think. Now, how does that give you better emotional resilience? Like I already said, if you have called yourself beautiful, the person that passes and says, fine, you will not think they're talking about you. As in, it will not occur to you that person is talking about you. You yourself, you start looking, on a good day. But you know that a woman does, like I've done orange on orange with orange earring, I've done everything together. And I now do my year. And I enter, you now say I'm not fine. Automatic. No, I'm saying automatically, I'll begin to feel bad that after all the effort I put, but I cannot feel bad when I have already told myself that I'm fine. It's not about the clothes, it's about the person inside. And so you have thick skin automatically because you have taught yourself that you're fine. And so when people say things that should depress you, it won't. As a matter of fact, if you are seeing that your atmosphere is not right, carry your affirmation book and start writing again. You reset. I'm so happy and grateful now that I save 4.5 million every week. And you are checking your bank account and it's not looking like that. Just keep writing. You'll just find out that the things you are able to do is what you'll be able to do with that money, even if you can't see the balance. And then you just wait for the balance to catch up. I always have whatever I need. All these sentences I'm saying are from my affirmations. I always have whatever I need. That one, I like it more than the amount. Because that means that the things you need, if there are things money cannot buy, what will happen? You still have it. Do you understand? You know there are things money cannot buy. Uh-huh. Good health, money cannot buy it. It can just make you more comfortable when you are looking for the good health. It can just give you more options when you are looking for good health, but you can't buy it. But I always have whatever I need. That means you will get it no matter what it costs, no matter what it would. So when there's something you need, automatically you will remember, I always have whatever I need. And then you feel a little bit more relaxed. The worst cause of problems are worry and anxiety. So the minute you keep talking to yourself in a way that calms you down, you're a stronger person emotionally. It helps you connect with your dreams. I had an example in Lagos yesterday that I'm going to share with us now. It's a common principle. Dr. Yusuf asked, if I ask you how many white pairs of white sandals you saw on your way to the seminar this morning, how many people can remember? You can't remember. If he tells you that, okay, next month I will pay you $1,000 for every pair of white shoes you see, will you forget the pair of white shoes you see? So if every morning you are telling yourself the reward of pursuing your goals by looking at your goals, guess what will happen? Everywhere you go, you'll be sensitized to the things you need to achieve your goals. Automatically, you'll be seeing the same way when they promise you money for white sandal, you'll be seeing white sandal everywhere. As a matter of fact, he said that if you see somebody who wore white sandal, wore black sandal, you record 0.5. That's the same way you would recognize every door that can lead to your dreams when you have affirmed your dreams in the morning. And can you feel it? You remember the greatest? Can you feel it? I'm the world's greatest. I can feel it. I'm the world's greatest. When you feel it, it is better. When you feel it, when you add feeling to your affirmations, when you picture what it will be like, and you feel good already as if you already have it, it becomes a powerful thing that draws what you're looking for to you. And that's why we say it a lot of times. The things you are looking for are looking for you. It's not like they were not there before. It's just that they're now carrying signboard. I'm here, see me, see me, see me. Because you are creating an emotional connection with what you are looking for. Also, you will remember. If you write the same affirmation for 6 months and you don't write it again for 3 years, when you write the first sentence, everything will come back to you. You might not know, but that makes you sharp. Talking to the women here, they say one of the symbols of perimenopause, you know when they come with all these things. I don't study it so that I will not believe it and manifest it. But one of the symptoms of approaching menopause is being forgetful. I hope you know that writing affirmations counters it. Because you are keeping your mind alert. You are remembering. When you start writing your affirmations, it's not likely you'll be going to 2 months ago to copy what you wrote there. Once you start sentence one, everything else starts coming back. And that's why in the morning in primary school, the reason they did those, the first thing you do is that 2 times, 1 time before classes will start, is to set your brain working. They are called mental, then you do mental songs. The children that excel at mental songs are the ones that tend to be geniuses for the rest of their lives. Even the ones that are not serious, you just discover they succeed because they are street smart. They can put 2 and 2 together and get the results. Why? Because they have trained their brain to work at a certain speed. So your retention, your ability to retain information is enhanced because you are retaining information on a daily basis. You are repeating things to yourself that help you to do that. And if you repeat it to yourself every day, you'll be committed to your goals. And so even if there's a small stumbling block on the way, and you think, will I be able to get there with this stumbling block? Just go and write the affirmation again the next day. By the time you write it for 5 days, you will go back to that stumbling block and start thinking about how to pull it apart, how to overcome it. So it gives you a greater sense of commitment to your goals, and it helps you see obstacles as what they are, a stepping stone to what you want. You probably just see a failure as a way not to achieve what you want. It helps you stay positive to find out a better way to get what you want. I always tell people there are too many ways to belly cat. Don't let anybody tell you there's one way. So the fact that you said you want to have 2 billion income per annum and then you lost your job, it's the only job they can use to get 2 billion. As a matter of fact, which employer wants to pay you 2 billion per annum? Exactly. So when you see that obstacle, you realize, oh, they released me to get into the capacity to earn the money I'm talking about. But you can't get that positivity unless you realize that even your goal and what you were doing were mismatched in the first place. It's difficult to get that perspective if you don't keep writing your goals regularly. So, how do you create your own affirmations? I go online, search through affirmations, write them out, and check the ones that resonate with me and rewrite them. But there is a way to create your own affirmations. The first thing you need to do to create your own affirmations is identify what it is you want to change. You know those songs, it's alert, it's and there's room at the top. So what is it that you are not satisfied with that you want to change? If you are writing affirmations every day and you are not using your affirmations to change what you see, you are just exercising yourself. You will feel good, yes, but you are not addressing, like I said, is meaning you are divining, you are deciding what you see, what you want to see, and you are creating it. It's a creative force. So, what do you want to change? Sorry, everybody has jot and Bible. Write it down. What are you not satisfied with in your life now? It can be your level of income. It can be where you live. It can be the car you drive, or the fact that you don't even drive a car. But what is it that you are not satisfied with right now? What is it that is pinching you? You know, it's easy to decide what you want generally, but specifically deal with the issues that you have. Because there are some things that will prevent you from getting where you want to go. You can deal with them with your affirmations. Then you will now, if that thing were not there, what is the ideal situation you want? So, if what you want to deal with is a health challenge, or what you're afraid of is not having enough money, I think everybody has that fear. That if I want to enter a cab and I don't have enough money, that means I can't go where I want to go. You know, if the fear is not having enough money, then the affirmation, the positive of not having enough, the positive of lack is abundance. And so your affirmation will be a positive statement in the opposite direction of what you don't want, what that thing you want to change, that thing that is holding you back. Write the positive of it. So if it is not having enough, your statement will be all about abundance. Like that statement I said, I always have whatever I need. That is a situation of abundance. I earn more money than I can spend. That is a situation of abundance. As in, than I can spend. I didn't say than I need. You know, needs and wants are there. So after I've taken out, did I touch anything? Hello? Okay. Let me see. So after I've taken out my needs and I've taken out my wants, I still have more than I can spend. That means that I've taken out needs, I've taken out wants, I've helped everybody in the neighborhood, and I still have more than I can spend. Those are the kind of sentences you will create. But those sentences will depend on what you are trying to change. And no matter what, simplify it. Don't confuse your subconscious with grammar. Make it simple. I mean, everybody understands the meaning of I earn more than I can spend. I always have whatever I need. When you begin to say there's a plethora of money that is snowballing towards me, when you say snowballing, your brain is saying snow. You don't land in America without really understanding that it's money you're talking about. So don't confuse yourself. Just make it simple. Like the example we saw this morning. Float like a butterfly. Everybody knows what a butterfly is. Sting like a bee. Even if the bee has never stung you before, you have heard about it. So you know what it's going to be like. Also, when you are creating affirmations, it must be present tense. The Christians in our midst know that when you go to church, they will tell you faith is. It's not faith is going to be. Faith is. And the only way you can feel like you have it already is to say it in the present tense. And that's why that statement says, I am so happy and grateful now that money comes to me. We are not saying money will come to me, because that way you are telling your subconscious that this is not the time. Let's wait. And so your behavior would adjust to it being in the future. You won't act like a billionaire today, and so the opportunities of billionaires will not come to you yet. But if you greet yourself, good morning, generous billionaires, and you say good morning in response, you know they can greet you good morning, generous billionaires, and you say they are not talking to you. Because in your mind, you are not a billionaire. But if you accept the greeting at least once a month in this academy, maximum 1 year, you begin to behave like one. Or at least believe it is possible to be one. If you don't believe it's possible to be one, it will not happen. So bring it to the present. I'm so happy and grateful now that I enjoy great health at a weight of. Specify what you want. At a weight of, at a height of. And I'm sure you heard me when I say I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm able to save 4.5 million naira every week. There's an amount attached to it. And I'm not talking about how much I earn. Did you notice? I'm not talking about how much I spend. I'm saying how much I save. And so if I'm saving 4.5 and our minimum saving is 10%, I'm just leaving you to do the math. You understand? I want to save 4.5 million per week. And I am happy and grateful now that I am able to do that. That is specific. That is present tense. That is positive language. I also want to mention that I hope your brain does not understand the word not. And so when you say, I am not poor, you are poor. That's what your brain is hearing. So when you are programming yourself, you don't use the negative connotation at all. You don't say, I'm not poor. You say, I'm rich. You don't say, I'm not sick. Because you know the way they divide sentences, the action, the adjective, what actually describes what you see is that word, is the what you will see. You know, we think in pictures. You won't see the verb, you will see the object. It's the sick you will see. So if you say I'm not sick, it's sick your mind will see. And to get your affirmations to work, you have to use your mind eye to see what you are saying. So when you say I'm not sick, your mind will see sick, not well. When you say I'm not poor, your mind will see poor, not riches. When you say I don't walk, I drive, it's the walk that you have said that they will see. So move away. Use the positive version of whatever you are looking for. Say what you want, not what you don't want. And I remember like 2 seminars ago, somebody asked that means that she is a Christian, she uses confessions from the Bible, and she says, I shall not die, but live. Is the die you will see. So find the scripture that says, in him I live and move and have my being. As opposed to I shall not die. With long life will I satisfy him and show him my salvation. There are options. You don't have to stick to the ones that will not fulfill your mental picture of what you are looking for. Also, make it personal. Did you notice Muhammad Ali is not concerned about, well, he spoke about Joe Fraser, but he's more concerned about the fact that I float like a butterfly. I sting like a bee. I am the greatest. So the bulk of your confirmations have to be I. But while saying that, I must mention that it is possible to alter other people and how they react to you with your affirmations. That's why he said, Joe Fraser will not hit what he cannot see. He thinks he will see me, but he won't. I don't know how long he said it before the fight. But that fight lasted a little bit longer than usual. What if he had not even added that one? That means it might have been one of the losses. But he realized they had a formidable opponent. And so he should not only deal with his side of the equation, he should deal with that side of the equation. I want to share a personal story. Like all marriages, sometime in 2022, I was tired. That, what now happened? Did I offend anybody? I've been a good girl. I've done everything I know to do for this man. I'm not even sure. But you know what that is going on in your head. You're not saying it out because if you say it out, you're confessing negative that you're not doing it again. So in the middle of internalizing, when you're internalizing, some people, their BP will be going up. Internalizing all those negative thoughts, my body started to show all sorts of symptoms. I was start feeling sick, and they test one thing today, is another one tomorrow. And so Dr. Abeokuta, he called me into his office and said, Auntie, what's going on? So I said, the doctor said, he smiled. Okay. The doctor said, what's going on? Actually, I'm tired. So those things I didn't want to say out, I explained it to him. And right there and then, in his office, he brought out paper and gave me Biro. I was wondering, well, he's a doctor. He might have prescription. But the first thing he said was, do I want to go on vacation? And I'm like, kill answer. I'm saying that my husband is troubling me. You are saying I should go on vacation. If I come back, won't I meet him at home? Will I be living there? If I want to relocate, will he not follow me? Is the trouble, a lizard in Nigeria? Is it not a lizard in the UK? So if I carry the trouble is the trouble. I say this man is wearing me out. He just started dictating. I don't know. Those people that need the affirmation can write it down when I'm saying it. Line 1. All is well with me and my family. Oh, some people are writing. Okay. All is well with me and my family. I enjoy wonderful family relationships. My marriage grows stronger and more loving every single day. All is well with me and my family. I enjoy wonderful family relationships. My marriage grows stronger and more loving every single day. I release all anger and hurt and embrace love, trust, and loyalty. I release all anger and hurt and embrace love, trust, and loyalty. Love, trust, and loyalty. My husband is focused. If you're a man, you can write my wife. My husband is focused, loving, caring, and committed to the welfare of our family. My husband is focused, loving, caring, and committed to the welfare of our family. My husband is healthy, wealthy, and wise. Healthy, wealthy, and wise. My husband is a generous billionaire, even though he's not coming to 110 Academy. My husband is a generous billionaire who takes wonderful care of our family. Now, that was what he gave to me. I added one sentence after some 8 months. I saw it somewhere. That sentence is, I am my husband's main priority. You know, there are some people that struggle with your husband takes care of his family before he thinks about you. I don't have that problem. It's probably his friends, not his family. I am my husband's main priority. And he treats me like the queen that I am. So the reason I am sharing this story is that I started writing those affirmations 2 years ago in November 2024. In December, in the first 2 weeks, I went on leave. And the day I resumed, I had a problem in the office. Somebody was calling me that they had delivery. And I said I did not order anything. I sent message to my family that they are disturbing me. I did not order anything though. I don't know what's going on. And then he now left the family chat and came to chat me in private that he ordered ice cream, happy resumption. As in happy, is it his office? They are sending me ice cream at work, happy resumption. You understand? And they are sending me food in the office just in case I'm hungry. Hmm? I will sit down by myself. They'll be sending me human hair. Your daughter says, is this what you like? I'm not the one that will say, uncle, wait. Yes, I like it. But we have to pay school fees. Let's pay school fees before we buy human hair. It is easy to laugh about it now. It's easy to be saying, hey, what's all this? Why are they pursuing me with love? You know, but I've written, I am my husband's main priority for 1.5 years. And then guess what? I changed myself too. There's a line there that says, I release all anger and hurt. You know that the reason I was ready to give up was because I was holding it. If you hold the hurt and you hold the anger, you will not move on. So today, I can stand anywhere in the world and say, I am my husband's main priority. And he treats me like the queen that I am. Should I come and carry you there? And you're like, but you have an event. No, don't worry, I will handle myself. Oh, really? That's used to make people feel good. But you know, I did not imagine that the cure to my sickness and my heartache can be in affirmation. And that's why most times, if you set your world right from within you, everything else would align. So I might not have been able to witness the change in him if I did not change me by releasing anger and hurt. You know, if I don't release anger and hurt, I will be crying. And the person that is crying, they will not send you ice cream. Because if we send it now, it's abuse, they will abuse us. Ice cream, no call or rob me. The matter I discussed with you yesterday, you have not said anything about it, you are sending me ice cream. You know, it also gives you an attitude of gratitude. Because you have written it. When it begins to happen, you notice. You are grateful that, Father, we have moved 5 steps from where we used to be. You thank God, you thank Him. Yini, yini. He will do another one when you thank Him. Not the, is this what your mates are giving us? You will change when you write about it. And when you change, the results you get will change. The reason you don't have what you want yet is because you have not become the kind of person that can have it. So keep writing about it. Your mind would adjust. Your behavior would adjust as well. And you begin to behave like the person that can keep that thing that you are looking for. So, what area would you like to focus on? I told you that that affirmation came up because I had trouble. And so I created affirmations to deal with that area. We have seen the results. I'm not ready to stop it yet because I'm enjoying the results. So I will continue to write it for a while. But there are some that I stop because I have seen what I already have it in my hands. I can move on and create another affirmation. For example, if you have an affirmation for a particular type of house you want, or a particular type of car you want, once you have it, you can define another goal you want to start writing affirmations about. But the first thing is be clear. What do you want? What area do you want to focus on? If you want to focus on your health, if you want to focus on material things, describe specifically what you want. What type of house? What type of car? What neighborhood? What model? What color? What type of wife? What type of husband? For those who are not married, clarify the result. It's one thing to say you want a car. It's another thing to say you want a 2025 red Toyota RAV4 Prime. You know what you are looking for. They cannot mistakenly give you something else. But the beautiful thing, like I said about the white sandals, the beautiful thing about clarifying the result you seek is that you will begin to see things that lead to what you are looking for automatically. If you talk about red cards to yourself every day, you will see red cards. Especially when you say it to yourself in the morning before you step out. Throughout that day, it's only red cards you will say. That's the way the human mind works. If you talk to yourself about your goals in specific details in the morning, you will see your goals or the doors leading to your goals throughout the day. And that's why we advocate that your affirmations, they have to be the first thing you do in the morning. Then don't forget, add the feeling. And that's why the best way to write any affirmation is I am happy and grateful. I am happy and joyful. There was a time I realized I used to feel sad when I look at my account balance. No matter how much I have, when I look at the account balance, I know I've spent inside. And so I just start feeling bad. And so I have an affirmation. I'm so happy and joyful when I think about my finances. And that has changed over time. So address the issue you are dealing with. Make sure that you put the feeling in it. It's easier to visualize driving your car where you say, I'm happy and grateful when I'm in so and so car on so and so road. You can see the picture when you add the details. So I'm so happy and grateful. That's the intro I like to add to my own affirmations. When I am creating affirmations for specific things, I start with I am so happy and grateful now that I drive, now that I live, now that I save, now that I earn, now that I own, now that I have. You have put feeling automatically when you start with that proviso. Money comes to me in increasing quantities from multiple sources on a consistent basis. I earn more than I can spend. As I said, actually, the November seminar, for those who were here, I put a lot of, even my thought affirmations, my money affirmations, they were in the slides. So even if you're on the platform and you were not in the November seminar, just look for the slides. It has many examples of affirmations that I use. So I want to give everybody 2-3 minutes. Create your own affirmations. What do you want to improve? What is the result you would like to see? Now create simple sentences around those results. I've noticed that when we discuss these kind of things, all of us enjoy it. And then we get home and drop our jotter. And we pick it up 2 days to the next seminar. Today, you are not going to do it like that. Write your affirmation. The one you want to add, write it down now. So what exactly do you want to change in your life? What do you want to improve? What do you want to do differently? Like Chairman will put it, Dr. Abi, our mentor, he would say, what is your umbrella goal? What is the one thing that if you fix today, your life will change forever? Write an affirmation about that thing now. Describe the results you would like to see. I've already given you a review. Start. I am so happy and grateful now that, and describe the outcome you want. Should they send you biro and paper, sir? Because you are not writing. Should I ask them to bring biro and paper? Please, if anybody is not writing, borrow them biro, borrow them paper. If your neighbor is not writing, tear a sheet of paper for them. Do them a favor. They will thank you this time next year. You don't have to do plenty. Just do one on the most pressing issue you have to address. I'm so happy and grateful now that I live in my own house with 5 bedrooms in a serene neighborhood that is secure and where there is always electricity and no rats. Some people understand that joke. Where there is constant electricity and no rats. Describe what you're looking for. Of course, you can fine tune it. Like I said, when I mentioned the affirmation our mentor gave us for my family, I said that over time, I came across one more that I added. So once you know what you're looking for, when you find a sentence that captures it better than what you have already, you can always add, you can always remove. The affirmations I've written for 4, 5 years. I'm always adding and removing. I am a money magnet. I changed it to money comes to me frequently and easily. Attracting money is easy for me. You know, I'm a money magnet. It's still abstract. Money comes to me. Magnet is a concept in physics. Money comes to me in surprising and unexpected ways. You understand? Money comes to me in surprising and unexpected way. Attracting money is easy for me. Money is constantly flowing into my life. You know, magnets is only when you pass by money that you can pull it. Money is constantly flowing into my life. It seems better than me being a magnet. Or what do you think? It's just flowing. It's constantly flowing into my life. This flow does not stop. I work in financial freedom. I am a generous billionaire. So that's how it starts. I work in financial freedom. I am a generous billionaire. Attracting money is easy for me. Money is constantly flowing into my life. Money flows to me in surprising and unexpected ways. I earn more than I can spend. I always have whatever I need. I am grateful for the abundance I enjoy. I am worthy of the abundance I desire. God has made me rich and prosperous. My prosperity is on the increase daily. I make the best financial decisions that grow my finances. I am wise in my relationship with money. I am so happy and joyful when I think about my finances. Those are my finance affirmations. I write them every day. So have we written down our affirmation on our biggest need for now? So it is not enough to have an affirmation. You must use it. The same way the person that is a king but that does not know he's a king will not use his authority. It doesn't make sense to have affirmations that you don't use. The same way I will transfer 1 million to you. You have 1 million sitting in your bank account, but you want to take 500 naira cab from here to the next junction. And because you don't know if you have 1 million naira in your account, you are not using it. If you do not use what you have, it's of no value to you. So what do you do with your affirmations? You practice savers. This is a principle from the Miracle Morning. We'll share the book again on the platform. But savers stands for what you do every morning. And this comes from the study of the life of billionaires. If you call ourselves billionaires, then we should behave like billionaires. Billionaires wake up at 4 a.m. everywhere in the world. They sleep less than everybody else. That's why they have money. So if you say you like your sleep, you are not behaving like people that have money. People that have money wake up to think about their money and how they get more. So at 4 a.m. for the first 1 hour, 60 minutes, you are supposed to dedicate yourself to yourself, cook yourself, so that by the time you go out, you'll be ready to face the world. The first thing you do for the first 10 minutes is silence. One of the obstacles to practicing affirmations is noise. The minute the people around you are awake is when you are writing affirmation. Mommy, where's my uniform? It not used to happen to you. When they wake up when I'm awake, I'm in trouble. Because you wear, Mommy, where's my uniform? Mommy, I only saw one leg of the soap. Do you know where the other one is? Mommy, what are we eating? But you know I don't like spaghetti. People will talk you out of the things you are pursuing. But all great things. When you are pursuing something, there will be hesitance, there will be resistance rather from other factors. That's why you wake up before everybody wakes up and focus on your day. But the first thing you do is you quieten your mind. You know, I've said it that your mind is permanently talking to you. There is one thought or the other. Even when you wake up before everybody wakes up, you'll be thinking of what you will cook when you finish writing affirmation. You'll be thinking that, is it 1.5 tuber of yam that is left? Will it be enough for? You know your mind does not stop. You just slept and you stop listening to it. So the first thing you do before you start writing your affirmation is make your mind shut up. And that is what we do when we practice silence. Silence, affirmation, silence, meditation. You calm your mind down. You focus on something. Either you put your legs together and you look at your leg, or you focus on your breathing, or you focus on the tip of your nose, just to make sure that you bring your mind to where you are. Mind likes to travel. Of course, when you start, your mind will travel, but you call it back. For those who pray first thing in the morning, it works the same way. When you are praying, are you saying that thought of what you want to do during the day will not come? It will come. What do? You bring your mind back. I'm not going on that journey yet. I'm not going to be taking out the tire of the bus when I'm praying. Let me come back to where I am. So come back to where you are. Focus on yourself. Focus on your focus. Focus on your goals. Focus on what you're trying to achieve. Then you go and write your affirmations, which is the A in savers. Then you now start writing what you want to see. Then you command your day already to manifest the things you are looking for. Now, immediately after affirmation is visualization. Why? Because the things you are affirming, you need to see it in your mind's eye. The beautiful thing is that the mind of the man thinks in pictures, not words. How many of you, as I'm talking now, you are seeing words printing across the screen of your mind? No. When I say see, you see water. When I say food, you see your own favorite food. Because I just said food. It's the food you like that will come out of your mind. So you think in pictures. So when you are affirming, you need to see. To help the seeing, some of us have things called vision boards that we put pictures of the things we are looking for. So those pictures help you to picture exactly what you want. Because if I've said I want a 2025 Toyota RAV4 Prime, there should be a Toyota RAV4 Prime picture that I'm looking at. So visualization is looking at the pictures of what you want. If you don't have a vision board yet, get it. Even if you don't have a vision board, search for that thing you are looking for. Online, Google, Pinterest, save the image on your phone so that you can refer to the picture of what you want. The next time you stand at the bus stop and they splash you water, just bring out your phone and look at your car. You're able to get emotional resilience and you reset. Don't worry, give it till next year. Will be your response instead of you know. E is for exercise. You get your blood moving. Why? Because you are going to read and you need to be alert. You should not be caught up in dream world. When you are done dreaming, put your feet firmly on the ground with exercise. Blood circulates to your brain and you are gingered. You are already in okay, so what do we do? When you finish exercising, your next question is, okay, what's next? So that is when you read. When you read, you are reading with your goal in mind. So in the middle of all those pages, you are seeing the things you need to do to get where you want to go. And that's why in the 110 Academy, we tell you, don't read, well, I read novels to relax. But don't read things that cannot promise you what you are looking for. So if you say you are looking to become a billionaire, read books written by billionaires on how to become like them. Or read their biographies so that you know what they did and you can, there's nothing new under the sun. The way to bake a cake, there's recipe. If you put all the ingredients, you will get cake. So read after the things you are pursuing. Use the recipe and get the results. When you are reading, you do the last S, you scribe, you write down your action points. What am I going to do differently with the knowledge I've acquired when I read? From the way I've explained it, you realize that there is a reason for arranging it like this. You can change the order. If you change the order, it is likely you'll be less effective. If when you wake up, you read first instead of silence, what will happen? You sleep back. You don't sleep when you're reading. Give me serious book like this. It's even volume. The minute my mind is not alert and I start reading, I will sleep faster than the book. I won't read 5 sentences. Or I will read one sentence 5 times. And I will not know what it means. So that's why you do all these other things, especially the exercise, before you read. And when you are reading, it's just natural to take notes. That's why scribing is attached to reading. Silence is better because your mind has to be, you have to have present moment awareness. You have to be here to be able to affirm and dream properly. And that's why it is actually arranged in that order. So if circumstances make you change the order, we know that you are changing it for a special event or a particular day because of the circumstances. But this is the recommended order for practicing it. I've already talked about how to use visualization. See what you're looking for and see it happening to you already. Now, there's a difference. There are different ways to use affirmations. But writing it down, when you're writing it down, you are seeing the picture at the same time. Now, I don't just write it down, I say them as well. Somebody like Muhammad Ali, I told you he recorded album of his affirmations. He not only said them in every press conference, every single one, whether he started by talking to himself and then started talking to you and then recorded album so that all of you will have it on record. That is what he said about himself. So 30 something, about 36 years later, when the world was catching up with what he said about himself, we could refer to his records of it. If he did not record it, we will not have evidence that he wrote it. I was listening to somebody talk, and the person used me as an example, and I was surprised. I was in church, my pastor was preaching, and he started talking about public speaking, affirmations. And he said, when he quoted the scripture, I now whispered. He now saw that, don't mind that, she's correcting me. We were there when she started using these affirmations. She was not talking to anybody but a mirror. But today she's talking to everybody and everybody is looking at it. It's my affirmation that is doing you. I'm going to the city gate to take my place among the honored leaders. All who see me praise me. All who hear me speak well of me. Those are the things I say to them. And every time I'm going to speak, I still write those affirmations every morning. I'm going to hold a microphone so that all who hear me will speak well of me. It was when he said it that I realized that true, I showed him that thing when I was starting. And truly, honestly, the only people I was talking to at the time when I showed him were the people inside my mirror in the bathroom. I don't know about you, but I used to teach cushion chair when I was a child. And I used to talk to the mirror, I rehearse what I'm going to say. It's only me and the mirror, but we are talking to ourselves. And then when it becomes a reality, even you will share the story of how before anybody ever saw anything, you had seen something. That's what makes the story sweet. Write it down, record it. Somebody could testify because they knew what I was before and what it became after. So let people ask you what you are writing. My children come and ask, have you changed the book? You used to use black before, now it's blue. And that one is full. Let them be able to say that this is how you grew what you grew. That's why we can use Muhammad Ali as an example. Because everybody saw how we made it happen. I've already talked about how to overcome noise is a challenge in writing affirmation. Too many people around you will distract you. So do it before they wake up. Do it at a time when they will not be available to distract you. Also, practice meditation, mindfulness, present moment awareness. Be with you. Be there. Don't go away. Don't leave your mind to travel away when you're writing affirmations. The things you know. When you have crammed it and it's coming out by itself, you can actually write it without knowing what you're writing because you write it every day. When you are writing affirmations, think about what you're writing. Be there. Be in your affirmations. Consistency. Well, a person is not called a thief because he stole once. A person is called a thief because that's his habit. You can still argue it was a mistake. But if you do it all the time, it is a brand. That is how he is. That is who he is. So if you say you are beautiful to yourself once a year, you are not beautiful. So you have to make it a regular practice. You become what you hear. Unfortunately, everybody else is talking to you. Even you are talking to you. What do you hear often? What you become is dependent on what you hear. So control what you hear by making sure you hear it often, making sure you hear it every day. Now, there are times when I'm sure you are wondering because I've said finance affirmation, I've said thought affirmation, I've said health affirmation, I've said family affirmation. And you're wondering, Auntie, if you said do 1 hour of savers, how many hours do you want to put in writing affirmations? You can divide it up. You can do some today, some tomorrow. That's actually how I divide it up. Write some, then the third day I write the first one. And so I repeat it like that. So when we say consistently, it doesn't mean you write the same thing every day, all day. It just means that you hear it often enough that it's impressed on your mind. So you can space it, you can stagger it. And like I said, the public speaking affirmations, I write it when I'm going to speak. I'm reminding myself of the effect I will have when I speak. So you can have targeted affirmations for specific things. I've also mentioned that you can have a specific goal that you stop the affirmation when you achieve it. So the only thing is make it consistent. Make it such that that is the only thing your mind registers in relation to that thing. Doubt. It is just natural. Have you ever, the first time I wrote that, I am able to save 4.5 million every week. Even I started laughing. The same way I said, oh yeah, let me calculate. If I'm saving 10% and 10% is 4.5, I laughed. But I'm used to it now. And then another thing that will happen is that you'll be able to trace your progress. 3 months, you will know you're not where you used to be. The more you write it, the more change you see. The more change you see, the more believable what you're writing becomes. So you keep moving. You keep getting better. Like Chairman always says, every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. So even when you start writing it, you doubt it, there's only one solution. Keep writing it. Over time, you will believe it. Just like the self-fulfilling prophecy. The more you hear it, the more you behave the way it will come to pass. So by incorporating writing affirmations into your daily routine, you can harness the power of positive thinking and create a more successful life, especially since you are defining your success. Don't forget, the key is consistency and believing in the affirmations you choose. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We can do better. We can do better. Jesus, I'm not I know something. I'm going to speak. Thank you. And
Questions? I should sit down. Thank you.